Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Now before I start with today's video, I just want to say a big thank you. We're in the big boys league now. We just hit 35 subs. Now, can I get a round of applause? I'm going to ask for something crazy, okay? I want you to smash that like button. I want to hit 10 likes. Yeah, you heard it, 10 likes. Imagine. I know I'm pretty famous and viral already with my 35 subs, but can I hit 10 likes? That is the question. Please just hit that like button. That is crazy. We are in the big boys league now. I've been signing signatures and autographs the whole morning and my arm is hurting, but you know, I'm still gonna come through and make this video for you guys today. Got a paparazzi shoot later on and a magazine to do to talk about my 35 subs and my 10 likes per video, but I'll save that for another time. But anyway, enough of that. In today's video, I want to dive into a little bit more detail about what I've spoken about in previous videos, which is Instagram growth in 2020 and how to really optimize your theme page or your personal brand account to get the maximum amount of followers and just bring in organic growth into your Instagram. Now, it doesn't matter whether you're using your Instagram for business purposes or whether you're just using it to flex on people. The Instagram growth side of things is extremely important for whatever way you choose to use it. So I'm going to be going over some major steps that I implement into all of my Instagram pages on a daily basis, and you guys can replicate and do the same and ensure that your pages are going to grow the way they should in 2020. So some of you are just starting out on Instagram. I'm sure you would already know how to kickstart your account. Now, our main goal when we're growing our Instagram account is to firstly build up a following that's sizable. Secondly, ensure that followers that are following our account are actively engaging in our content. And then we're looking for them organic growth methods that are just going to be bringing us followers and views and all the vanity metrics like likes on a consistent basis so that our account grows organically without us having to put too much effort into it. Now, first thing I want to touch on, and I really want to skim on this because I've made videos on this before, I'll leave a link up here, and that is how to get your first 5,000 followers. Now, this sounds scary and it sounds daunting, it sounds super hard and difficult, and I know a lot of my 35 subs, because I've seen your accounts, you guys have started theme pages, but you don't necessarily have the followers there at the moment. Obviously, the following, unfollowing method is discussed everywhere all over YouTube. Different YouTubers are talking about it, and it does work, providing you do it in the right way. You shouldn't just go out and follow anyone. You need to ensure that the people you're following are engaging in your demographic of content, and they're going to be active followers when they follow you. So check out the video above if you want to really dive into how I exactly build my accounts from 0 up to 5K, and that would really help you out. So let's start from the beginning with the account, the build and the setup. You're going to want to ensure that your page looks good. You know, you want to ensure that, you know, you're using logos like this that not only spark an interest when people land on your page, but they make you look professional and they can eventually develop into a brand. Alongside a good logo, you're going to need a good name. I recommend using accounts that don't have underscores in or full stop. That's going to work a lot better for you guys. It looks a lot cleaner, it's easier to find, and it's easier to understand. That being said though, I do have larger accounts with full stops in the name purely and simply because it was a cool name and I wanted it to be called that. So don't limit yourself to names that don't have special characters in, because it's not the be all and end all. It is a good way to optimize your account for it to look cleaner. Now, along with a logo and a good name, you're going to want a good caption. You're going to want a caption that captivates your audience as soon as they land on your page and then gives them a CTA and tells them what to do once they're on your account, what you're posting about, what your niche and your demographic is, and then directly telling them to follow your account below. Use that finger emoji, boom, point them down, say follow this account today and join the team. Something like that, something catchy, and it just gives them that CTA to then go ahead and follow your account. Now, this is important because these methods that I'm going to be talking about today are going to be the foundations of what's going to be bringing in organic growth to your account and new eyes that are coming in from the explore page, from the hashtags, from different channels, people sharing the videos that you're posting with people. So it's important that your page is optimized so that when people do land on your page, they know exactly what you're about and you look the part. So hopefully with these three things, your name, your logo, and your bio, you should be in a good place to start. The next step is going to be finding content to share that is going viral, that has lots of views, that's getting lots of likes. This is the easy part. This is really, really easy. A lot of people overcomplicate this and they think that they need to find videos that have millions and millions of views in their niche, and that's simply not the case. All you need to do is go onto other accounts that are in your niche. Let's just say I'm in the dog niche. I would go onto other dog pages and I would mass download the content. So, I'd download 50 to 100 of their recent posts. I would then put that into a scheduling app and then schedule them posts throughout the month, 3 to 4 posts per day as I'm growing the account. Now, the reason I just download and schedule them all is it can get super time consuming. You end up overthinking and you become really overwhelmed with just finding the perfect content. And don't get me wrong, you can do that. You can go in and dive in and really look at all the videos that have top views and the top likes. In my case, I've definitely used videos before that weren't necessarily super viral, but they were on my account. So, it's kind of a guessing game. You're just predicting whether it's going to go viral for you. Now, I'm going to leave the app that I use to schedule all of my content. It's free up until 30 posts a month, I think. You can get started and just schedule one piece of content a day. The main thing is being consistent. You don't really have to worry too much about getting it right with the viral post. Just be consistent and tell the Instagram algorithm that you are a consistent poster. You'll benefit from that. Your post will reach the Explore page, providing you follow the next steps I'm going to be talking about in this video. Okay, you now have a way of finding content. You now have a way of scheduling your content. So you're now posting on Instagram. You've got your post scheduled. You're actively pushing it out. But there's one thing that's super important when you are posting your content, and that is your hashtag research. Now, again, a lot of people really overcomplicate this and they spend ages, they're like, oh, don't use more than 10 hashtags, or, oh, you got to switch them up every 3 posts, otherwise Instagram shadow bans you. That is not the case. That is not true. I literally fill all of my theme pages with maximum amount of hashtags, and I use the same template over and over again because it brings me in that initial big bulk of views and big bulk of eyes on my content, which then allows the post to then go viral. So you're basically relying on hashtags to just get you that initial pool of views that will then explode your content once it hits the Explore page. So again, don't overcomplicate that. I'm going to leave a link in the description to the website that I use. It's super easy. I'm pretty sure it's called like besthashtags.com, and you just type in your niche and it's free. You just copy them. You can have a test around if you want, but like I said, I use the same template and I've been using it for years, so it still works for me. Now, obviously all of this is all and well. You're now posting, you now know how to find hashtags, you now know how to schedule your content, your page looks good, but there's an important factor that a lot of people skim over and don't really talk about, and that's being an active member in the community and the sort of niche you're in. Now, it's all good and well getting in these followers. These followers are going to be engaging in your content, they're going to be commenting on your posts, they're going to be sending you messages about the posts that you're posting, and if you don't respond to them or you're not active on your own account, not only does Instagram see that as a negative and sees that you don't log in on your phone ever, you're just scheduling posts, not really engaging in your own content, but it also doesn't help you with ongoing engagement from them followers. Across my theme page, you probably get 50 to 100 messages per day from followers, and they're just sending me messages that, oh, hey, love your content, can't get enough of this, or they're just talking about the video or the image I just posted. Now, it doesn't take me long to just literally accept that message, type something back saying, hey, thanks, or even just liking their message, and that usually comes back tenfold. Going that extra mile, I've honestly seen people that have been following me from like 5,000 followers, and for example, I've got an account that's now on 700,000 followers, and that person still comments on every single video. Like, I don't know, she just mustn't have a life, but I'm posting 4 times a day and she's there. She's commenting on my photos, every single one without fail. And she's been there since the beginning. She could just be crazy, I don't know. But I put it down to the fact that I showed that extra attention to her in the beginning, and I made her feel part of the community, I almost welcomed her in. So, don't just ignore people, always respond to your comment, and it just starts engagement. It starts to develop an actual brand rather than just a faceless theme page that has no character whatsoever. It's really important. No one really talks about that. That's what's really helped me, for sure. If you're sitting there saying, oh, I don't have time to message back all these people, dude, you're sat here watching a YouTube video for like 15 minutes right now. You could easily be doing it as you're watching this video. So start, okay? You've got no excuses. Another point I want to make, and sticking kind of on the engagement side of things, is engaging your followers in your story posts. So, creating polls, Q&As, asking questions, asking them how they feel about your new post, just sparking a conversation. For example, I'll put up an example here. You can use all of these polls, ask them if they've got any questions about your post or any questions about you personally. It just gives them that little bit more of an insight on who you are and who runs the page. People buy into stories that, they want to feel connected to something. They don't just want to be following a page that shares photos of rabbits 5 times a day, because eventually that novelty wears off and you just start losing followers. So it's good to build up followers, but then it's even better to then provide them a community that actively talks, actively engages in story posts and videos, and then it's just a win-win situation. They tell their friends, you get more followers, you get more comments and more engagement on your posts, which then allow you to hit the explore page easier. Magnifique. When you're hitting the explore page, when people are coming to your page and they're landing on your page, yes, you've got your caption set up, you've got your logo, you've got your cool name. Next little tip I want to talk about are these little things right here. People don't really look at them, but when people land on your page and you've got them circles there that are branded and look designed and nice, you look like a busy and active page. People want to follow that, and it just builds on the brand itself. It's just going to help you convert more followers, basically. Now, another thing to add to that is, every time you post a video or a piece of content, jump on your phone, hit this little share button, send it to your story. They might not necessarily see your content in the newsfeed, but if you are top of their story all day long, then you're going to get a lot more views, and people can share your stories, reply to your stories. So again, it just creates that engagement. Now, I know there's a lot of different opinions and there's a lot of different tactics you can follow, but everything I've mentioned today is super easy to implement and it's free. It doesn't take a lot of time. It just takes a little bit of willpower and consistency, and you can get it. So, okay guys, I hope all of that makes sense to you. I'm sure it does. You're very, very clever people. That is why you're on the channel. But yeah, I want you guys to leave a comment. Let me know what strategy you're going to implement today, and let me know if I've covered any topics that you already do implement into your page. I want to know, so leave a comment. And if you haven't already, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification. Remember, if we can hit 10 likes, that's going to make my day. Sounds stupid asking for that. I've been getting a lot of people sharing their different theme pages with me, and I'm giving them feedback. So feel free to do that. I'm more than happy to help and give you some advice. And if you like these Instagram videos, let me know in the comments too. Cool, that's everything for today. I need to cut my hair. I'm deep into this lockdown and my barber's is shut. So if anyone's got some techniques or tips they can teach me, hit me up on Instagram, link in my bio, or leave a comment below. I'd be very, very appreciative of it. Catch you later guys. Thanks for watching. See you later.